Hi everyone, this will be video 1 of 2 on supply and demand and finding the equilibrium point. This video will focus on the graphing portion and video 2 will focus on the algebra portion. So here's our scenario. You're the manager of an indoor community pool. You have been studying trends in recreation and are very excited about the new class you'll be offering at the Recreation Center, underwater basket weaving. Your pool will hold 30 people, but you want to keep a student-instructor ratio of 1 to 10, so you only offer 10 slots at a price of $100. So a little reminder here, the difference between stock and supply. So we actually have a stock of 30, but we're only willing to supply 10. Okay, so we've got some data here, so we can start filling in our chart. So remember, we set up this price and supply and demand chart. So the price was $100. We were supplying 10 at that price. Wow, this underwater basket weaving is really popular. You sell out the 10 slots and have a waiting list of 5 people. So now we have our second piece of data. Our demand is not just 10, which is what we sold, but also the waiting list of 5, so our demand is actually 15. Moving on. Fortunately, you are able to find 2 more instructors, so you can now add up to 20 more students in the class. Knowing how popular the class seems to be, you raise the price to $150. At this new price, however, you only sell 6 of the remaining 20 available spots. So we've got some more data here to enter into our chart. We see we've raised the price to $150. And our new supply is 20. We're offering 20 slots at that price, but we only sell 6 at that price. So here's all the data we need to make a graph. So we're going to highlight this data here. We're going to go to Insert, and you're going to choose Scatter, and you're going to choose Scatter with Smooth Lines, which is this one. You're going to click on that, and you're going to get something that looks like this. And hopefully you're now going to look at this and be like, that absolutely does not look right. And if that is your reaction, you are correct. There's a couple things we need to do in Excel to manipulate this a little bit more. So the first thing we're going to do is click on our axis here, and we're actually going to right click on it and then hit Select Data. Now we're going to do this Switch Row Column. We're going to click OK. Now you see a graph that looks right, but if you look at it a little closer, you'll notice that we have actually quantity on the Y or vertical axis and price on the X or horizontal axis, and hopefully you remember that we actually want those reversed. We want price on the vertical Y axis and quantity on the X axis. So we're going to right click on our axis here again, select data, we're going to come over here and hit edit. So basically what we want to do here is we want to switch the X and Y so that we have price on the Y. So price, if we look up here, is the A column, and we want that in the Y, so we're going to change this, the B's here, to A. And now on the X we want quantity. This is the supply line we're looking at. Our quantity is actually in B, not A. So we're going to change the B's to A. Okay. Now if we look back at our graph, it's still not looking right. And the reason is we fixed our supply line, but we need to fix our demand line. So we're going to highlight that, edit, and we're going to do the same thing. We want price on the Y-axis, price in the A column. So we're going to change those C's to A's. And then we want quantity, in this case demand, on the X or horizontal. So we're going to change those A's to C's. And then click OK. OK again. And voila, we have our nice supply and demand lines. We can kind of eyeball this, and it looks like we have a price of maybe $115. Actually, it tells us if we hold on it. So well, that's a point on the line, but here, if we can get it, we can't quite get it. But basically, we have a price of around $115, at maybe 14, roughly. That's our graphic approximation. So in video 2, I will show you how to do the algebra.